The divine hiddenness argument is currently one of the biggest arguments for atheism, and it's even becoming more popular than the problem of evil. And some people are even saying that, it's even a better argument for atheism than problem of evil. I don't think that is true. However, it has become a very popular argument for atheism, which is why we're going to tackle it in today's video. So the idea of it is pretty simple. It goes like this. If we have an all-loving God, then this all-loving God would be interested in or would want to be in a relationship with anybody that is not resisting that relationship. So we should not have anybody who is non-resistant non-believer. But we do have non-resistant non-believer, so that means that an all-loving God does not exist. The reason why I chose this argument is that it has become very popular in the recent years. It's been popularized by Alex O'Connor, who used it multiple times to explain why he is an atheist. And I am a fan of Alex O'Connor, which is why we're going to deal with this argument today. The first part of my counter argument starts with distinguishing between the idea of non-resistant non-believers and seekers non-believers. And the idea here is that seekers non-believers do not actually exist. The reason for that is pretty simple. It is that you cannot seek God without believing in God. If you seek something, you believe in it. Some atheists might respond by saying that no, some people seek a perfect friendship or a perfect marital relationship, even though they know that a perfect friendship or a perfect marital relationship does not exist. Now, my argument against that is that if you ask these people what is their reason for actually seeking that kind of perfect relationship or a perfect friendship, they will argue that they seek that perfect friendship or perfect marital relationship because it makes them improve their actual friendship and actual relationship. And so from here, we can see that they do not actually seek a perfect friendship or a perfect relationship, but they actually seek the improvement of their friendships and marital relationship. Another argument they might propose to show that there are seekers, non-believers, they might say that I believe in the possibility of the existence of God, and I seeked God to receive a confirmation, but he never responded. And this one is a little bit trickier because they want to say that you can actually seek him with the possibility, right? When you have not an actual belief that God exists, but the possibility that God exists, then you can seek God. That also is contradictory, okay? The reason for this is a little bit tricky, but hear me out. So, for you to seek something, you will need to know that thing, okay? If you want to seek anything, you will either know the thing, or at least, in the very least, you will need to know something about it, something that actually describes it. And from here, what we can say is that because God is infinite in features and in characters, or like because God is infinite, he can be known through many ways. So you have to know at least, you would need to know part of God for you to seek it. Now, if you've known part of God, truly known part of God for you to seek it, then the effect of you knowing part of God is you believing in God. So there really isn't an option or the phrase of seekers, non-believers. Okay. From here, I want my argument to expand, which is why I was talking about this. The second part of my argument is that God can only be known through reason. If God came down on earth, we wouldn't be able to fully confirm that he is God. The reason for this is quite simple. God is infinite, and we really cannot conclude if something is infinite except through reason. For example, integers are infinite. We know this not because someone counted to infinity. So ultimately, we would still need to use reason to conclude that that thing is actually God. What does all of this mean? Okay, if we imagine someone looking at a bottle and he said, God, if you made this bottle float in the air right now, I'm going to believe in you. My question is that he will believe in God as what? See, there is two problems that appear after I say that question and relate to the idea that you need to know something about God. And if you know something about God, you're going to be a believer. And the fact that miracles do not provide any knowledge about God, because God can be known through reason only. So, the idea of someone asking God to float a bottle of water for them to believe in Him has two problems. They need to know something about God to even ask God, because in that asking, you're seeking, but you cannot be seeking something that you don't believe in. So it doesn't work. And the second part of the problem is that even if He did raise it, you will believe in God as what? Because miracles do not provide any knowledge about God, but reason does.